That's when you can look through the door and see who's on the other side. And then the hole on the left-hand side, which I hope you don't have, that's called the murder hole. Unless maybe you live in Limerick, you might want to have one. And you can stab someone through the door, lads, if they're knocking on the door. The problem with doing that is you're never quite sure who is on the other side of the door. And that is precisely what happened here, lads, in 1627, because they sent off a soldier to deliver a message to Carnew Castle, which is about 10 kilometres or so over that way, to Wicklow. And he went to deliver the message, and he came back the same night when he wasn't expected. And it was a stormy night, about this time of the year. And you can imagine, the wind was howling, the rain was lashing, and suddenly, doof, 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 knocks come at the door, and they think, holy God, who's that? And they have a look out through the door, and they can see a man on the other side who's armed with a musket, and they think, God, we're under attack. So they get their own musket, load it up, bang, fire straight to the door and kill him. Now, as it turned out, when they opened the door, they found their own comrade and friend dead on the ground. And that man, as you can imagine, is not very happy about that, and he's supposed to be a ghost who knocks on the door 3 times at around about Halloween. So if you hear that sound, that she had red hair and a white. That was Barbara Spencer. And she had one look at you, lads, and she has 14 children ready to go anymore, lads. So you send her packing fairly quick. Come on, we're going here. We're going to go in to the ladies' drawing. Easy. Do it the old school way. I lit the lantern, trimmed the lantern, and then I came down the stairs. As I came down the stairs, I could hear music coming from the corner. And I came up to this door, and the music was getting louder and louder. Put my hand on the door, lads. I took a big breath. I opened the door. And suddenly... Who's that? Oh! It's Susan! No, it's okay, it's okay, it's Susan! This is one of my favourite ghosts in the house. This is Susan, and she is a musical ghost. And we don't need to worry about Susan, but we're going to go out past Susan. Susan will play us out, so come this way, lads. Follow me this way. Maybe at home. It's very high. What else? It's a 4-post. It's got the 4 posts, and it has, what's that yoke there?
Spider-Man.
Well, it's apart from the spider web. It's a very good answer. The canopy. Now, I'll tell you about this, lads. This bed is a very old bed. It's originally from the 1600s, and it's really high up off the ground because back then there was a big problem, lads, with rats. And if you had your bed on the floor, chances are at some time of the day or night there might be rats moving through your bedroom. And if a rat goes near your bed and a little flea jumps off, that little tiny flea gives you a bite, and a week later you're dead from bubonic plague. Not very nice, is it, lads? So you want to keep your bed nice and high up off the floor. You see the canopy? Most buildings in Ireland and England at this stage, in the 1600s, were single-storey buildings with a thatched roof and no plaster ceilings. And that means you would be sleeping directly under thatch. Do you know what thatch is made of, birds? It's made of straw or reeds or rushes. And it's a great place for little mice and beetles and earwigs and stuff like that to live in. So if you're sleeping directly underneath there at 3 o'clock in the morning, a nice big fat mouse would go boom, land in your face, or you'd have earwigs and beetles and stuff and dust falling down on the bed. Wouldn't make for a great night's sleep, lads, would it? No. There's plenty of mammies here that wouldn't like mice dropping on the bed in the middle of the night, and daddies as well. So that's why the bed is like it is. Now, because it is so high though, I always do one thing before I get into bed every night. Can you guess what that is? Yeah, I check under the bed. I'm going to get, you've got the good torch. What's your name?
LMA.
LMA is going to help me. Are you going to help me look under the bed, LMA? Go on, we'll have a little look. We'll have a little look now. You can shine the light anyway from where you're standing. Right, we'll have a little look. I want everyone to be nice and quiet. Shh. Aha! Nothing under the bed either. Susan! Get back, Susan! Get back! Get back! You! Susan is getting worse and worse. She's getting very bold. I told her she was to stay and play the piano. She's doing her piano recital at 8 o'clock and she's not going to have enough practice. Susan! Right, we're going to the kitchen now. Follow me down this way.
Oh my goodness. Nanny, look, that's the cat we have.
That's the cat we have. Yeah, we have a small version of the Sphinx cat.
You had it before, yes, they love Egypt. Families were collecting things from Egypt and then different religions all over the world. And they made this kind of like a little temple in their basement, which I think is way cooler than your normal dungeon. All right, come on in, everybody. Watch your heads. Very colorful down here, isn't it? Yeah, pretty fancy. There are objects from all over the world in here because there was a family who lived at Huntington and they were very interested in ancient religions from around the whole world. So you can go around the world in 30 seconds, really, just looking around our wonderful dungeon here. But I think they didn't have to travel far to hear about the coolest ancient religion, because I think you guys have it right here in Ireland, because the Celtic pagans here are the reason we have Halloween at all. So they're my very favorite. The festival that these ancient pagans used to have, does anyone know what it was called?
No.
Samhain, that's right. And they believed that during this exact time of year, the veil between the living and the dead was pretty thin. And some people who had previously been dead might come and visit you. Have you guys been visited by anyone who you think might have used to be dead today?
Yes.
Yeah? Does anybody have a favorite ghost that they met today? Susan. She's lovely. She played the piano for you. She's quite good. We're lucky to have her, honestly. Anybody else have a favorite ghost that they met at Huntington today? Ooh, who's your favorite? Me! But I'm a witch. I'm not a ghost. Thank you, dear. Very flattered. So, on this time of year when the veil between the living and the dead is so thin, the ancient people had some ways to stay safe. They would do things like dress up in costumes so no one would recognize them. You're a good example of a costume. Is anyone else going to dress up as a costume for Halloween? Yeah, I bet you are. And they would go to each other's houses and they would exchange food and things. Are you guys going to do anything like that this Halloween?
Yeah.
So when you guys do things like that, you are doing what thousands of years of Irish children have done on that same exact day. You know what? I think that's pretty special. That's pretty cool. You get to do the same thing as a lot of your awesome ancestors who made the best holiday in the world that traveled around worldwide. They have it in America, they have it in Mexico, they have it all over the world because the best festival ever, Samhain, was invented right here. We're going to go ahead and go outside now, everybody. Outside, I know. Is it still out there? Let's check.
Thank you. Are you recording?
Hey, look how many go.
Oh my God.